What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Nerd Media. You guys already know what this video is about by the title and the thumbnail. We're talking about Sinners. I just saw this movie last night and I have not been able to stop thinking about it. I already want to go see it again. My favorite movie of the year so far. It's one of my favorite movies I've seen in the last few years. It has my favorite scene in any movie that I have seen in the past year, maybe even 2 years. I just love this movie, and there are so many reasons why. And in this video, I'm going to dive into three main scenes and just specific areas of the movie that just made me fall in love with this movie even more. And I'm sure you guys can guess one of the things I'm going to talk about, but it's just such a great movie. It's such an event film, and it really is one of those movies that you get every now and then, typically once every year, where it just really captures why you love movies so much. So, if you guys are new to the channel, I'm Nerd Media. I talk movies, TV shows, comic books all the time. I'll be covering stuff like The Last of Us Season 2, Andor Season 2, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, Superman, and obviously today we're talking about Sinners. So if you guys are new to the channel and you loved Sinners, stick around, watch the video. With all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's dive right into this video. Alright, I'm just going to get this out of the way. The scene where they show the past, present, and future for music in that entire one shot is brilliant, and I literally had chills going down my spine for like the whole time that scene was going. I was like in awe of how amazing and well done that is. That is my favorite scene in any movie in the past year. I would even say 2 years. Just I think that it was brilliant, and only Ryan Coogler can make something that brilliant, because that not only does that really capture just such a great moment in the film, it also just captures the impact and power of music, and it really, really makes you really feel how music is a character in this film, which is something so many people have been saying, but it just genuinely is, and this scene, I think, is the best scene in with the use of music. Music is so impactful in this movie, and I love how they show how impactful music has been for the history of humanity in that one scene. And I think that only Ryan Coogler can pull off something like that. It was so brilliant, and it really just stuck with the theme of music for this film, and it did it in such a great way. I think that that scene is going to be something that really impacts the movie community, and it's going to be something that we all look back on every now and then and are like, yeah, that was brilliant. I think that this scene could possibly impact future filmmakers to come as well. I mean, it's going to be something. This is going to be something great. Once a bunch of people have seen this movie this weekend, a lot of people are going to be talking about this scene. I've already seen a lot of people talking about it, and it's just that good. I think that this is going to be a very impactful movie moment in the history of film. And sticking with that idea of like the camera work and the music aspect, the way that the camera work is used in this film, brilliant. And I think that whenever we see somebody actually taking advantage of the way that they can use the camera and shoot the film, it is just so great. And of course, Ryan Coogler has done it in such a great way where, you can experience this movie in any kind of format and you're going to get a different experience each time, just because he made it for every single one. So it's just awesome. And the camera work in this, the way that they do specific things, and the camera work on the vampires specifically when we first get introduced to them is just so great, and it just honestly just puts me in awe. The specific camera work thing that I am talking about is when we see Haley Steinfeld's character go outside to talk to the vampires as they are just outside singing songs and everything because they weren't allowed to be let into the juke joint. We see that not just because we know that they are vampires, they still like have this darkness over their eyes when we see Haley Steinfeld's character conversing with them, and I think that that was just, it made them so much more sinister, and it really just made it so much more terrifying because you never knew when they were going to strike, because you didn't know if they were in their vampire form or not. Every single one of their eyes were just dim to darkness, and I thought that that was such a brilliant choice because it really just, it elevated the scariness because you know what is going to happen in that scene, and you could have done it in a basic way, but they did it and made it so menacing that it just worked so well. And they do that throughout the film. Before we get to our big climactic third act, we see them like with their eyes are dimmed and everything, and it is just so well done. And the use of the eyes changing when they start to embrace the vampire side of them is so brilliant and well done, with throughout the whole entire film, even up to its post-credit scene. And obviously next we are talking about that post-credit scene, because the mid-credit scene of this film is essentially the real ending to the movie. It follows the cousin of the twins, and we see his life later down the line. He becomes a musician, everything, all that is beautiful. And then we see Jack and Mary come into the bar that he is in, who we thought died, but they didn't, because the vampires had to be killed off one by one. They came back, and it's initially played out as a way where they're going to kill him, but obviously you know that they're not. We get such a beautiful moment between the vampires and the cousin, and it's just so awesome. And I did not expect the film to end on that note, but with the note of the vampires and the cousin agreeing that that was the best night of their lives because they never felt more free and alive, I just think that that was a brilliant way to kind of tie a knot around the film and just end it on a perfect note. And some could say it sets it up for a sequel. I personally don't think so. I think this is just a one-off film because this was a huge passion project for Ryan Coogler. I love that ending, and it's brilliant, and I really do think that we need to utilize having mid-credit scenes wrap up a film. When you think you get the ending and all that stuff, we got to utilize that more because that was done in a really great way, and I just am very blown away by that. I knew that there was supposed to be a mid-credit scene that really tied together the film, but I did not expect it to end like that, and I am so happy with the way that that ended because it was just so good. Guys, it just feels so good to be seeing everybody universally coming together and agreeing that Sinners is probably the best film of the year, and it's one of the best films that have come out in the last decade. I am so happy that people are talking about that musical scene that shows the history of music. I'm so happy that people are talking about the way that the mid-credit scene really just improved the movie, as if it couldn't be improved more, because when you get into the movie, you keep thinking to yourself, this can't get any better, but it does. Up until the very last second, it's just like amazing, and I just loved it. And I love when we get to see everybody come together and agree that this movie or a movie is just amazing, because this movie is a love letter for movies in general. That's the way I view it, and it is one of those films where you're just like, yeah, this is why we love movies. And fortunately, we got that this year, because this year was off to a little bit of a not bad, but definitely just kind of like a just flatline start of films with, we had Captain America, Mickey 17, Novocaine. All those movies are good, but nothing. There's my original favorite film of the year was Mickey 17, and right now it's Mickey 17. Sinners is like there's a huge gap between that, and that really shows when you watch this film. It's just so good. You guys need to go see it. If you haven't seen it yet and you're still watching this video, what are you doing? You should be experiencing this for the first time without hearing me say anything. Just go watch it. You promise me you are going to be just so happy that you did. But with all that being said, if you stuck around this video long enough, thank you so much, first of all. And if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe and turn on notifications and share this with your friends, because you guys need to see Sinners. But with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you thought of Sinners if you have seen it. And if you're not going to go see it, will you go see it? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.